Hello my lovely people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shane. This is the first time that you're laying your eyes on this beautiful girl. Thank you so much for stopping by. My return subscribers, I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. I love you beyond. Thank you. I think it's about 9 months ago, so early last year of 2023. Gabon had a coup, and this man took over military by taking it from Ali Bongo, whatever his name is, that been in government with the France all this years, and even had stroke and refused to come down so that Gabon Gabon can take care of itself or get somebody else that can take care. He had stroke and he's walking around with, in short, I don't know. So this man that took over from Ali Bongo, France acknowledged this one. France acknowledged him. Remember his school. Why? Because he's number one puppet in Africa. Or do I call him number two? Because our next celeb president is the number one puppet. But, gosh. This puppet had the audacity, after going to visit a France president, came back and demanded that Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger should come back to ECOWAS, where they left. It's like you throw up and then you go back and collected your vomit again. So this puppet, like Abraham will call them, that France has put in his pocket, that took over from Ali Bongo, that has been in office God knows how long, came back to demand that these three fine guys should come back to ECOWAS. And hey God, so please, I need you guys to watch it. I don't want it to be like it's coming from me. Watch what's going on. This is the number one puppet of that. Is if you are giving an award, you give this Gabon president award of being an ass licker to France. Watch, and when you finish watching, please send it to Gabon people and tell them who they call their government, who they call their president, is a puppet of the France. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
That Western nations do not genuinely oppose military regimes in Africa as long as those regimes serve Western interests. The issue that arises for Western nations is when leaders like Ibrahim Traoré of the Sahel states, which include Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, directly challenge French neo-colonial policies in Africa. To illustrate this, consider the case of General Nguema, who seized power from Ali Bongo in a coup 9 months ago. France recognized him as the legitimate president solely because he aligned with their interests. However, when Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Assimi Goïta, and General Chiani took power through similar coups, France labeled them as putschists or juntas, as they did not comply with French directives. Meanwhile, they continued to refer to General Nguema as president. But hey, this is the Western democracy for you. As long as they have a puppet that they control, and they are the ones who pull the strings, no problem. So a few weeks after Gabon's new military leader, General Bruce Nguema, demanded that Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger return to ECOWAS, he made a visit to France to meet with Emmanuel Macron, the president of France. On the evening of May 31st, General Brice Oligui Nguema, who assumed the presidency of the Gabonese transition 9 months after the overthrow of Ali Bongo Ondimba, had an audience with Emmanuel Macron at the Élysée Palace. This meeting marked the culmination of a 5-day tour and signifies a significant step towards the normalization of power for the 49-year-old military leader. France views General Nguema as a reliable and acceptable partner, which contrasts sharply with the strained relationships that exist between France and the leaders of the juntas in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. During his visit to France, General Nguema took the opportunity to justify his coup d'etat as a national liberation for the Gabonese people. Unlike Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, no vindictive discourse has yet been made by the Gabonese junta, which refuses to see the presence of the French base on its soil as a symbol of neocolonialism. In order to gain a comprehensive understanding of the situation, I need to delve deeper into this matter. During the period spanning from 2020 to 2023, a total of 9 coups transpired across 7 distinct African nations, namely Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Chad, Gabon, and Sudan. Notably, the coups in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have commanded exceptional attention and repute due to the resolute actions undertaken by their respective leaders. These actions encompass the expulsion of French military presence and the deliberate severance of ties with their former colonial overlords, serving as tangible evidence of their unwavering dedication to national sovereignty and complete independence. Furthermore, the resolute decision to withdraw from the regional bloc, Ecowas, stands as an unequivocal testament to their commitment to upholding their nation's autonomy. It is crucial to recognize that these audacious actions have evoked widespread support not only across the African continent, but also from global African elites. While the recent disengagement from Ecowas has garnered fervent backing, there are still some people, including their fellow military junta, who feel otherwise. One such military leader who feels this way is the president of Gabon. General Brice Nguema assumed power in Gabon after the deposition of President Ali Bongo. Now, during a recent visit to Ivory Coast, General Brice engaged in discussions with President Alassane Ouattara, emphasizing the importance of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso reconsidering their membership in the regional bloc. What's intriguing is the fact that despite being in Central Africa, Gabon is not part of Ecowas, the regional bloc for West African countries. Instead, Gabon is a member of ECAS, the Economic Community of Central African States. This raises questions about General Brice's interest in advocating for the inclusion of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso in Ecowas. The motive behind this appeal is unclear. It prompts one to consider whether General Brice genuinely aims to foster regional unity and integration, or if there are other underlying reasons for his request. If you really want to understand who General Nguema is and his connections with France, brace yourself for the shocking revelations I uncovered during my research last night. Just as I mentioned earlier in the video, General Nguema's regime does not question the French presence or military cooperation agreements, unlike the Sahelian juntas that have broken with most of their Western partners. Brice, hailing from Gabon, is widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in the country due to his distinguished career in the military. Born to a military officer, Brice embarked on his remarkable journey as an aide-de-camp, serving in this role until his meritorious promotion to the esteemed position of commander in the Republican Guard under former President Omar Bongo. Following President Bongo's passing in 2009, his son, Ali Bongo, assumed the presidency, setting in motion a pivotal period in Brice's career. Subsequently, Brice was tasked with significant diplomatic missions to Morocco and Senegal, leveraging his expertise and experience to execute these sensitive assignments with finesse. 10 years later, he ascended to the pivotal position of head of the Guard. Notably, members of the Guard are distinguished by their distinctive green berets and are entrusted with the solemn duty of ensuring presidential security. In his role as head of the Guard, Brice orchestrated a series of crucial reforms aimed at fortifying Gabon's internal security systems, underscoring his commitment to safeguarding the nation's stability and integrity. Notably, Brice's initiatives were perceived as endeavors to bolster President Bongo's tenure, further underscoring his unwavering dedication. It is even rumored that Brice composed a poignant song that included the resolute line, "I would defend my president with honor and loyalty," a testament to his unwavering allegiance to the leadership. In October 2018, the president of Gabon suffered a severe stroke, leaving him physically weakened. Despite widespread expectations of his resignation due to health concerns, he remained in power with the reported encouragement of France. However, his condition continued to deteriorate, to the point where he could barely walk. The Gabonese people grew increasingly frustrated with his prolonged stay in power, particularly as he continued to win elections despite his obvious health struggles. In an interview with Le Monde, General Nguema expressed serious concerns about the situation, acknowledging the widespread discontent in the country. He emphasized the violation of the Constitution and the unfairness of the election process, culminating in the army's decision to intervene and take responsibility for the situation. Nguema highlighted the significant public concern regarding the president's illness and the lack of accountability in addressing the matter. Now, here are some shocking facts about this General Nguema. In March 2021, Mediapart published an article exposing General Oligui Nguema's corrupt practices. However, this article was removed after the military coup, raising serious concerns about censorship. Fortunately, Nath Yamb has archived the article, ensuring continued access to the incriminating information. The article highlighted several critical points about Nguema. It was revealed that General Oligui Nguema has investments in France, the USA, and Senegal, as well as ownership of multiple properties, both domestically and internationally. The Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, OCCRP, also reported that the general possesses several properties in Washington, D.C. These findings are deeply troubling. Furthermore, it came to light that on the day of the military takeover, General Oligui Nguema met with the French ambassador, Alexis Lamech, to reassure him that French interests would remain protected. According to reports in French media, the French Secret Service, DGSE, was aware of an attempted coup in Gabon. It has been suggested that the DGSE informed President Emmanuel Macron, who purportedly instructed them not to intervene and to allow events to unfold. However, it's essential to consider the complexities of the situation. Gabon has a history of post-electoral crises, and the prolonged health concerns surrounding President Ali Bongo, coupled with the frustrations of the Gabonese citizens with the Bongo family dynasty, may have contributed to this turn of events. In this context, it's plausible that France intervened to prevent a patriot uprising, similar to uprisings seen in other African countries such as Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. So here's my take. The alleged involvement of General Nguema in corrupt practices has undeniably raised serious concerns among various observers. Many argue that such behavior exposes African leaders to potential manipulation, blackmail, and coercion by foreign powers, which inevitably casts doubt on General Nguema's ability to lead Gabon towards true independence from France. However, General Nguema still has the opportunity to secure his place in history by making decisions that genuinely serve the interests of the Gabonese people. Ultimately, it is imperative for General Nguema to decide whether to be remembered as a traitor or to champion the cause of the people and decisively shape the course of history.